All right. Suns out, burns out. Don't think twice, just blank. It's your boy Drew. Um, and we're gonna really talk about some. I'm gonna break something down. Hopefully, I don't break down, cause it's a sensitive subject. And I imagine those who need to hear this will listen to it in its entirety. Um, I'm gonna title this "Scared to be successful." Scared of success. Now, to some of you, you might be thinking, what's so scary about being successful? But it is a case by case scenario, right? What in the world could be so scary about having money, about taking care of your family, about making a difference in the world? What is so scary about that? What is the problem with that? Now, I'm not going to give you excuses, but let's think for a second. Have you ever been in a situation where you may be about to break out? You may be having a breakthrough, and then you break a code to yourself. You let yourself down. You break your own rules. The same rules that got you to that level of success, or that short term goal, or to that pre breakout. You go back on it. I had a real big problem letting go of some things and some people, even though I had already done it. I had stopped smoking, stopped sex, stopped chasing a girl, stopped smoking, stopped drinking, stopped going out and partying. I even went vegan, stopped eating meat, stopped the sugar, because I stopped the gummies, whatever it is. No more ice cream, stop eating late, just being undisciplined in a whole, because I was just very undisciplined in myself. And that's what being on my own. In structured systems, it's a little easier, but doing something on your own, like entrepreneurship, like running your own business, like changing, your whole diet, not smoking in a world full of smokers, not drinking in a city full of drinkers, or a state full of drinkers. Very doable. Not to say it's impossible, but the difficulties, the trial era, the trial period. So I have to ask myself, why go back? Why friends you left that probably didn't have your best interests at mind and action at heart? Why go back to them? Why go back to a girl, who doesn't see your value, doesn't really see your worth, doesn't treat you with the respect that you deserve or that you feel like you need? Why go back to a substance, whether it be drinking, smoking, coke, heroin, crack, whatever it is? Mine was weed. Now, it's very controversial, because I'm not saying everything is bad just because, the law says it's bad. But you have to understand how to treat your health and how you're abusing it and neglecting other things in place for this. Is this filling a void, or is this a hobby? Is this an activity? Is this something you can put down anytime? What is so scary about being successful? Why aren't you where you need to be? Why am I not where I need to be? What's so scary about that? Yeah, you could say, oh, I come from a low income neighborhood, or impoverished family. That story's already been written 100 times. A lot of these journeys don't have to be rewritten. They just have to be imitated and carried out. All you have to do is copy the success. Of course, you're your own person. It's not going to look the same. It's not going to feel the same. It's not going to take the same amount of time. But when somebody says, go to the gym every day for 3 months and you work out these different workouts, and I promise you, you'll see the results. If not better than mine, somebody could tell you you might see better results than them. You might be more successful than them. Kobe followed, a little bit of Jordan, a little bit of this person, but a lot of people are talking about Kobe. Maybe not about his shoes and all that, but when you think basketball, you have a problem thinking about MJ over Kobe. It's still a controversial, story to this day. Rest his soul. When I think basketball, I'm thinking MJ, partially because I love the J's, I love the shoes, but Kobe is a no-brainer. Kobe is a no-brainer. When I think basketball, I think of Kobe. Same thing when I think of trading, I think of Q Banks. Not just because I learned from him, but because his method to the madness, to all the haters, to his family, to the markets themselves, because you still have to stay focused on what you're doing. I chose trading. Trading didn't choose me. I'm choosing success. Success doesn't choose you. I choose failure. Failure doesn't choose you. So there's not an excuse in the world on why you're not successful, except for you don't want to be. Now, you can consult your family, you can consult a therapist. I say consult yourself. Because when you go to the doctor, nobody knows you better than you. If you tell the doctor your toe is hurting, the doctor has to check your toe. Nobody knows you better than you. You have to consult within and ask yourself why. I ask myself why every single day. I might OD on it. I might know the answer and now I'm trying to avoid it and bury it. I'm trying to procrastinate more because I understand my why. I'm dancing around it. Sometimes you know the answer like that and the rest of the time you're just playing around with it. You're just being indirect. You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or hurt your own feelings. I already know I'm a good person. I already know I like to donate. I like to help. I like to volunteer. I already know this about myself. So do I think the money's going to change me? No. Do I think the money's going to change people around me? Yes. Should that be my problem? Should that be something that derails me? Not at all. Have I let it? Yes. You see how I'm asking myself these questions in honesty? And I've told people time and time, I'm scared of the success. I'm scared to have that much responsibility and that much money and that many eyes on me and maybe that many handouts, Because there's no going back. Once you build your boat and you're going, there's no going back. You're gonna be in the ocean. You're gonna be still dealing with storms. You might deal with pirates. You might deal with whatever. But once you build that boat, you on. You on and you gone. You choose your field, whatever it is, rocket scientist, it's an athlete, you want to be a top trader. You choose that field, you build your boat, and you go. There's nobody that's going to tell me I'm not going to be successful in trading. I know that for a fact. I don't, listen. This stuff is in me. This stuff is in me. It's already set up. Just have to trade. This stuff is in me. So this stuff is in me. It's everything. This stuff is in me. What is this? Confluence 2.9. Shout out Q Banks, Wall Street Academy. Shout out Ryan too. But it's just time, you know? It's time. It's just time. It's just time. Cause you know when you can tell, when you know you're not gonna do worse. You know you're not going to jail. You know you're not gonna be cracked out in the street. You know you're not gonna be robbing and stealing. And I already know these things about myself. I've already established certain things about myself and certain disciplines. I'm not gonna do certain things. I'd rather die than do some of these things. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be that extreme. Whether you gotta cry it out, whether you gotta, you know, talk it out, whatever it is for you. I already done cried 1,000 times. I don't even know if I got water. You know, if I haven't used the bathroom, I wouldn't even know if I had water in me. I done cried so many times about this. The visions, the dreams, I done wrote it down hundreds of times. I got papers on papers, notes on notes. Psychology of trading is 80%, and the other 20% is strategy. Technicals. But what's stopping you? I know what's been stopping me. My family's never seen, in my immediate family, we've never seen 300K a year. We've never seen $100,000 days. Nobody's pulling up in no Lambos, and nobody's pulling out no Teslas and no RMs and no APs and when I touched money, I always blew money because I was like, I don't want the responsibility. I didn't want it. I didn't want to man up. I didn't want to mature. I didn't want that type of accountability. But it's time. It's just time. If you understand yourself, you know yourself, you understand what it is that you want to do. Like I said, pick your field. Be great at something. You have qualities that are going to correlate and translate to other fields, you know. Maybe education, you know. Maybe high-tech design, you know. Maybe real estate. Yes, these are other investments I'm going to get into. Maybe music, media, production, animations. But I'm focused on trading, being a great trader, being disciplined, and taking care of what I need to take care of now, today. It is time. If you are scared of success for whatever reason it is, write that down. Write it down. Stare at it, read it over and over again, take a walk with it, put it on your phone, take a picture, or every time you open up your phone, understand. Because you are the only one that can stop you. You are the only one that can stop you. Don't ask yourself for motivation. Don't keep going to different people and waiting to hear something that makes you feel okay with being, stagnant. That gives you reason to procrastinate. I've been going to trial and error with this trading. And I'm still confident. I done blown accounts, funded accounts, personal accounts. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it's time. It's time. I know you may want somebody to come in and push you, and somebody to come be your trainer, be your mentor, somebody to come grip you up and make you get on the charts, and really stick your face into your session and make your trading plan and stick to your trading plan. It's not always there for everybody. Some people are charging out the ass, excuse my language. And then other times it's just a little. Some people don't want you to be as successful. They don't think there's enough, gold and enough money at the top. Some people are greedy with their success, and you shouldn't let that deter you. You shouldn't let that knock you off. It don't matter if you haven't found that mentor yet, if you haven't found that class yet, if you know too much about the trade and you just don't know what technique to use, you don't know what pair to use because at one time you trading something, the other one's going, is blasting off, and then you go chase that one, and then the one you were supposed to stay on is blasting off now. In my opinion, people are successful because they can't be moved. They move on their own. They're constantly in motion towards their goals, whether short term or long term. Because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. The time is of the essence. You might want to take some time. You might wanna like I said, consult with somebody, talk to a friend. But you are gonna be the realest with you. You are gonna be the most transparent. Don't be delusional. Don't let yourself off easy. Of course, pat yourself on the back, give yourself credit, but understand: have you seen more potential in yourself? Do you know there's more out there for you? Do you know you're capable of more? Maybe these are the things I wish were said to me. Now I'm saying them to you because we have access to this technology and to this intelligence, and it's infinite. You can go on any different page you want to go on. You can, research any type of mentor, but it's going to be the same thing every time. You are the captain of your ship, man or woman. And the big challenge is not being moved because you're going to get there. I'm going to get there. But are you going to remember this time, these talks, so that when you get to point A, that you still remain humble at point B? When you get to point B, you still remain humble at point C, and then D, and then E. Because just because you're at the top don't mean you can't be knocked down. You can be absolute and say, yeah, I'm going to handle my business. I ain't coming back. But life happens. Because as long as you ain't dead, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Sometimes it's not always your fault, Sometimes it may be family, it might be friends, it might be somebody you're in a relationship with. Things happen. Life happens to the living. If you're still living, things are going to happen, whether indirect or direct, whether in your country or the country next to you, whether in your neighborhood or down the street. Your main job, your main priority is doing what you're fully capable of doing while you're here, while you're existing. I've been scared of success for a long time. Like, I started smoking in like 10th grade. I've been scared of success for like 12 years where I was just floating in the fog. No real plan, no real drive, but plenty of talent, plenty of potential, plenty of unlocked knowledge. Unlocked knowledge. It's just, I can believe in someone and never meet them. You know why? Because we come from the same places. You can call it the bottom, you can call it from nothing. We come from something that we don't understand. And it's a beautiful thing that we're able to do what we can do today. I'm able to talk to you. I'm able to trade. I'm able to wake up. I'm able to learn. I'm able to read, you know? I've been dealt a certain amount of certain cards where I know I have obligations. Some people can't read. They can't count. They don't know how to read contracts, you know? They don't know about credit. They don't know about debt. They don't know about loans. They don't know about the market. They don't know about economy. You have a duty. That was the best way that I got out of that funk. I have a duty. I have something to offer. That's part of why I'm sitting here on TradingView all the time offering knowledge. And I want to stay in the game because I don't really have a community. I don't have support. You know, I'm not really close with my family like that. So I'm just trying to stay in the game, stay smart. You know, keep sharpening my own iron. You can't think about it as, oh, nothing's gonna happen if I don't reach where I need to go. A lot of things are gonna happen. A lot of things are gonna happen if you don't do what you need to do. If you don't take control. I know I've been in situations where people have to tell me what to eat. You know, people telling me when to go to sleep. People telling me how to live, how to dress, how to speak. In my head, you're either good or bad. I know I'm good. I know I'm doing good. I know I attract good people and I put out good energy. But that's not where it stops at. I have a duty, an obligation, morally, spiritually, financially. You have a duty, whether it's art, whether it's science, whether it's mathematics, whether it's English, literature, whatever it is. You have a duty. Choreography, if it's dancing, whatever it is. If you're a pilot, if you're in the army, I do not care. Me, I'm a trader. It's in me, it ain't on me. I haven't even been around successful traders and I know I'm a successful trader. I know I'm gonna get there. I know I'm gonna surpass where I see myself at and I'm gonna be able to give back so much. Your duty is to do the best you can and encourage others to do the same. There's some people who know how to drive. They drive so well, they think they could drive drunk now, you know? They think they could drive high. You know, they think they could eat, you know, text, be on the laptop, you know, handle their baby in the backseat all at the same time. You've been driving for years, yes, a motor skill, but can you drive better? I don't see car accidents going down. I don't see drinking and driving going down. So what's the issue? Complacency. Why are we getting so comfortable with just being good at something, with just being okay at something, or thinking we're so arrogant that we feel like we got it under control already? Are you trading the best you can be trading right now? Are you working the best you can be working right now? Are you the healthiest you can be right now? Be an example. Be exemplary. Everybody always wants to talk about these are the rats and these are the sheeps where are you? Because if there's no gray area, if it's black or white, you know, if it's sheep or shepherd, you know, if it's cat and mouse or whatever you want to call it, or owner of the house and then mouse, what are you? Where do you stand? Because you can't have one foot in, one foot out. In your opinion, right now, are you successful or unsuccessful? Are you wealthy or are you not wealthy? Are you intelligent or and logical, or are you ignorant and irrational? There's not an excuse in the world why you're not successful. There's not an excuse in the world why you're alive and not successful. There's not an excuse in the world, the universe, why you're alive and not successful. This right here ain't pressure. This not pressure. This not putting pressure on you, saying you have a duty, you have an obligation. This not pressure. This is facts. This is me being real with you. You can see it in my eyes. Your rank is in your eyes. Who you are is in your eyes. Your spirit is in your eyes. Do I look like I'm playing? You understand? Do I look like this is a joke? You might see the mask, you might see tattoos, you might see the skin, a lot of melanin. This is not a game. This is your life we're talking about. We're only talking about life. We're only talking about taking care of responsibilities and people who haven't been able to take care of themselves. People who are really in unfortunate positions. People who are really in poor predicaments. People who really don't believe that they're going to ever make it out of their situation. Versus people who have success and blown it, versus people who have been at the top and then came back down. There's some people who haven't had that same taste you've had, the same taste I've had, the same opportunities we've had. I'm not going to say don't be scared of success, but don't let it be for nothing. Do not let all this be for nothing. Everything you learn, everything you put yourself through, everything other people put you through, do not let it be for nothing. And understand that every contribution you make is something. Don't ever underestimate or downplay what you contributed and what you're doing based off of somebody else. Just continue to go hard. This ain't motivation. This is for real. Just continue to go hard. Do something. Be great at something. I don't care if you're a middle school teacher, if you're an elementary teacher. I don't care if you reading to the blind. You're a pastor. You're a preacher. I don't care if you're a coach. Get better. If you're alive and you feel like you did everything you needed to do, you're dead wrong. Some people ain't make it out the hospital. The other day I seen a young woman, she got 200 surgeries on her heart. I got surgery on my arm. I got about 6 surgeries and I wanted to die. Take heed. Appreciate your stance where you're at now. Appreciate your presence. I don't care what kind of past you've been through. I'm not saying it's easy. I never said it was easy. But like I said, we come from the same place. We come from the same place that we don't understand. You could explain it as we're brought from monkeys, we're tadpoles, with Big Bang, we came from the soil, whatever it is. Whatever it is, we come from the same place. There's nobody better than me. There's nobody smarter than me. There's nobody, better looking than me. Confidence, understanding, good, healthy communication. Being positive isn't just about, saying good morning and how we're doing and just lying to yourself. Being positive is looking at the bigger goal. The big goal is to get better. It's to take care of your responsibility. It's to hold yourself accountable. It's to leave good stuff behind when you're no longer here. Don't just do stuff and trash this earth and then go on and say, at least I'm dead. I ain't got to deal with that anymore. Some people do it smiling. Some people do it quiet. Some people do it, happy, laughing. Some people do it upset. But get the job done. Results gonna speak. Don't let it be for nothing. I want you to ask yourself every day, why am I not successful yet? And eventually that question is not even going to come up. You know why? Because you're going to be 10 steps ahead. And real quick, I'm going to say, don't underestimate the time it can happen in. Because if you've been like me, you've been thinking about ways. You've been planning. You've been writing stuff down. Don't be surprised when it shows up to your front door. There's plenty of times you done hit that breakthrough and you maybe you done blew it yourself, self-sabotage, or you done made an excuse. Procrastination. Them opportunities gonna come and they gonna come and they gonna come. And either you gonna utilize it or you gonna let it haunt you for the rest of your life. Ain't no gray area. You either 2 feet in or you 2 feet out. And if that time comes to you, be real with yourself and people around you so they don't waste your time and so you don't waste theirs. If you feel like you're too weak, get some strength. Find some strength. Find some support. If you feel like you're too strong and you need to be smacked in the mouth, sometimes you need to be smacked down to understand, that I need to walk more in humbleness. I need to understand that it's not just about me. It's a bigger picture. Over 300 million people in this country alone, in this U.S. alone. If you got people to feed, people to take care of, if you see little babies running around, little kids, little girls pregnant, you might not think that's your obligation until it actually hits your front door. Until something leaks over from somebody else's life that you didn't care about into your life. Do your job. I'm not telling everybody to go get a job, but do your job. The job you signed up for. The job you chose. Out of everything in the world. Because if you're alive, ain't an excuse in the world for why you're not successful if you're alive. If you got to start over, it be like that. If you got to take a break, it be like that. If you got to cut some people off and make some more sacrifices and really go hard and really lock in, by all means. It doesn't have to be by any means, but by all means. Get it how you live. But remember how you want this world to live. Remember the vision. People starving, people hungry, people clothesless, people homeless. How selfish do I gotta be to be worried about, I'm not successful in trading? I'm doing okay in many other aspects of my life. Appreciate, show gratitude, be grateful for where you're at. If you gotta pray, do your prayers. If you gotta go, help some people and let them know how much you love them, buy them a gift, buy them a car, write them something, call them, give them a call, whatever it is. I know you got it. I believe in me. I believe in we. You need to believe in you. And then take that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. You won't be sorry. I'm telling you, you won't be sorry. I'm telling you, you won't be sorry. You ain't gonna thank me, you're gonna thank yourself. You can look at as many videos as you want for motivation. You're not gonna thank none of them as much as you're gonna thank yourself for actually making those steps, for actually taking that jump, that leap of faith, for actually taking that initiative and following through with the plan and having faith over everything. Trust your vision. Trust yourself. Trust your history. I got a history of work I've been putting in. How you think a job hires you? A job hires you because, you got history most of the time. Sometimes they don't need, it's entry level, they don't need any experience. But most of the time, you get a new job and you confident about it. Why? Because you put work in. You got hours. You got paychecks. You got a resume. So this is life. Your life is your resume, your scars, your story, your history, your wounds, everything. Your successes, your plaques, your certificates, your ribbons, your trophies. Everybody got it. Don't follow all these sayings that people say to discourage you or because they're doubtful in humans. A lot of people don't think humans are stupid. They don't think we're going to be successful. They don't think we're ever going to get better. They think we're just going to be druggies or we're going to be this, we're going to be that, especially my people. Where would my people be? Where would we be if we listen to half of the things people said about us? If we follow half of the stereotypes? Let them talk. Let them talk. Let people talk. Let them do this. Babies even do this before they even know what to say. They start yapping, start crying, they start making all these noises. Let people do this. It's one of the few things they feel like they can control. Let them do this. Let them do this. And you don't even have, it could be, but that's motion in the right direction. That's motion in the right direction. It don't matter if you're a turtle. It don't matter if you're a snail. It don't matter if you're a slug. It don't matter if you're a sloth. Get there and get it done. It's all love, man. It's all peace. Don't let it be for nothing. I'm a trader. Mass millions, you already know what it is. It's time. It's time. It's time. Brains out.